Hey Darius. I just found a suitable job. Just need to send your CV, and I'm sure I'll get the job you want.
It's not necessary, Gwen. I have enough to live without having to work for a long time.
But you can't rely on others like that. That's your parents supporting you financially so you can pursue your interests.
I'm not relying on others, Gwen. That's my family, they can take care of me for the rest of my life. You shouldn't compare yourself to me.
I'm angry because it sounds like you're looking down on me just because I don't have the same background as you.
That's not what I meant, Gwen. What I meant is that you must be very lucky to love me.
Even though I am poor, I still managed to complete my education and have qualifications without asking my parents for any money. How can you say that? Darius, I'm saying that it's true that I grew up in poverty. I was practically homeless for most of my childhood. Both my mother and older brother worked two exhausting jobs just to get by day to day. I started my first official job when I turned 13 on my 16th birthday. Since then, I haven't gone more than 3 months without a job, whether it's waiting tables or cleaning houses. Basically, I grew up with the mindset that being unemployed or not working is not an option.
Gwen, you've just gone through a lot of slum in poor life, am I right? Ha! But my family is also an important part of my life. We're definitely not super rich, but from my understanding, they have never experienced financial hardship like you did in your childhood. Both my parents had successful careers, and they are both retired now. They always had a nice big house and food on the table. For me, family is the most important thing. You don't worth to think you fit to us. But I accepted you live in my family in the future, so you need to think you are value.
Darius! What are you talking? I understand that your life is not like mine. But that doesn't mean I can't share my perspective. I take pride in being able to support myself since graduating college without relying on anyone else. That's a major accomplishment for me.
I don't mean to offend or belittle you, smiley face. But we shouldn't compare our lives. Everyone has their own circumstances and challenges. I think you need to understand that growing up in a poor family, how could you understand my life? We shouldn't interfere in this matter.
I just want you to understand that I have faced many challenges and have independently pursued my education and obtained a degree without financial support from my family. Despite being poor, I have built and excelled in my career on my own. That's what I want you to know.
Okay. Fine. Just think what you want to think.
I cannot accept the way you judge me. I have worked hard to get my job and I am proud of what I have achieved. You cannot be irresponsible like this by purposely avoiding work. I realize that I have been fortunate to have a job and an opportunity to grow. Many graduating students are struggling to find employment, but I believe that work ethics play a significant role. Even though it may be a job related to poor service, it has taught me responsibility and how to become a good worker. It has made me dedicated and diligent, as I am today.
I did not mean to imply that you are irresponsible or not hardworking. I just want you to understand that my family has better financial conditions, and it has influenced my beliefs and lifestyle. I never intended to belittle you or the life you have lived. But you need to understand the distance between us.
I understand that. But please remember that everyone has different circumstances in life. Instead of comparing and judging, we should respect and empathize with each other. My life is not the same as yours, and vice versa. But what matters is that we both strive and dedicate ourselves to achieve our goals. I don't understand why you think that way. I've told you before to look for part-time jobs while waiting for an opportunity for a full-time position. That's a way for you to accumulate experience and build a network in the industry. Soon we will move to live together. You should think about having a job.
But you don't understand, jobs in my field are really hard to come by. I've tried many places but haven't been accepted.
Then why don't you consider related positions or ones with equivalent experience? You can start from the bottom and build up step by step. Don't give up just because you can't find your ideal job right from the start.
But I don't want to do a job that doesn't recognize my value. These companies don't understand and appreciate my skills. They only offer a salary that is too low compared to what I desire.
So, what salary range are they offering you?
They can only afford to pay $2,000 per month. That's not a recognition of my talent and abilities. I want a minimum salary of $10,000 per month to feel motivated to work.
I'm sorry, how much do you want? Do you realize that figure is very high?
I know it's high, but I believe I deserve that salary. I can't work for a low wage when I have the capability to achieve higher accomplishments.
It's really hard to understand. Do you have any other ideas? What will you do next?
I'm not sure exactly. But I will continue searching for better opportunities and won't settle for such a low salary. I can't compromise on my abilities and worth BC you don't get it.
I hope you'll think carefully and find a reasonable solution. I can't wait for you forever. I mentioned that we could move into a new apartment together, but here's the thing, you don't have a job at the moment, and it's going to be tough for us to sustain our lifestyle in a new place. I've been trying really hard to find a better paying job so that we can have a better life. The lease on my current apartment is ending soon because the rent is increasing. What about you? Are you still planning to live with me in my parents' house even without a decent job?
I understand your concerns, Gwen, and I appreciate you looking out for us. I know it might seem like I don't have a job right now, but I've been actively searching and applying. You talk too much. It's just taking longer than expected to find the right opportunity. I don't want you to carry the burden alone, and I'm doing everything I can to contribute financially.
I appreciate that you're trying, Darius, but we need stability in our lives. Moving into a new apartment requires a reliable source of income. We can't rely solely on your future job prospects. I don't want to end up in a situation where we struggle to pay the bills or have to depend on others. Maybe we can discuss some alternatives or potential solutions. For example, I could take up part-time work or freelance gigs in the meantime to contribute to our expenses until I find a full-time job. We could also consider downsizing to a more affordable apartment temporarily until I secure a stable job.
Come on, Gwen. I won't do lowly things like carrying a part-time job. It's taking too much of my time.
Okay, I don't want to talk about this today. You have to give me an answer about this tomorrow. Darius, did you send your CV to those 2 companies yet? Or did you send it twice?
Of course not. I don't think they understand my abilities, so I'm still looking for a better company. The companies you mentioned don't know how to appreciate good people like me.
Well, what about that company in another state? Have you considered it?
No, I don't want to leave my house. Moving to another area can increase costs, and I would also lose out on rent. It's just not worth it for me.
Oh my God, Darius, you're 24 years old now. You're no longer a child who can live forever with your parents just because you want to rely on them.
I think it's fine as long as they have the money to support me and pay my expenses. I'll still be here with my parents.
Stay with parents. I've realized that you're not responsible for taking care of me or arranging my life. We planned and agreed on that. You also know very well that you haven't been able to find a job. Any job would put me in a bad situation. I understand that you care, but it seems like you're not capable of absorbing that and finding a job.
I've talked to you about living together because I've tried my best. Even my parents don't agree to let me move out and live with you. So while we're living together, can you support me?
Are you kidding? I can help you find a job, but it doesn't mean I have to give you money. The cost of living is very high these days, and it's hard for me to save up that amount of money. I really don't like the silent treatments. I've tried my best to understand and empathize with your situation, but your lack of initiative and effort is seriously killing the remaining spark in our otherwise perfect relationship.
I'm feeling angry. I've tried talking to you about this. You're making it seem like I don't care about what you're saying. I told you not to worry because I'm working on resolving that issue. Isn't that enough? You're being too hard on me now. Don't you see that it's overwhelming for me? It's clear that you just need to be a little patient. My parents are supporting us, you just need to help me with the rent.
It's not just about the money. It's about the lack of effort and communication from your side. I need to feel like we're in this together, like you genuinely care about our relationship. It's not fair for me to bear all the burden while you expect me to be understanding without reciprocating. Do you really want to live with me, or are you just a word of yours? If you don't change, it's going to be really hard for me to live with you. I feel very uncomfortable when you just stay silent and avoid your problems.
I'm just trying to find a job like you want. I don't understand why you want something else.
I hope you can take more responsibility in life, not just rely on our parents forever. We have grown up and need to take responsibility for our own lives.
I hear what you're saying and I will try to change. But please understand that finding a stable job is not easy. I am trying to. So you don't need to remain everything this matter.
What? If you haven't decided on your own life, I'm afraid I'll have to rethink this relationship.
Gwen, I want to talk to you.
Hello, ma'am. What's the matter, ma'am?
You ordered Darius to go out and live with you, didn't you? I need you to explain this to me. What the hell are you going to do with my son?
Why are you messaging me?
I wanted to check in with you about your word with my boy. Any updates?
You know, your son is the one who suggested living together and he complained about the work problem to me. I tried to help him find a suitable job at the companies around here.
Actually, I have no intention of letting Darius go to work. I believe Darius is a special talent, but the companies around here don't fully understand his abilities, lol. So, I always saw you as someone who could accept Darius.
I get your point, but if we were to live together, I wouldn't be able to bear all the financial expenses and daily living costs for both of us if Darius remains unemployed. He'll find it difficult to get a job if he just stays at home all day without actively seeking employment.
My family can take care of Darius' life, and you won't have to worry about it.
I'm surprised and saddened to hear that. Currently, if Darius is unemployed, I can't cohabitate with him. It's a very difficult decision for me.
I don't agree to let Darius live with you. But if you've said so, we will accept on the condition that you serve my son. All the salary will be sent to Darius, and if you two live together, I will send $1,000 per month to cover the food expenses. As for rent, you have to pay for it yourself, because I don't want my son to live with you.
I don't know what to say. I also don't want to take advantage of Darius' finances. But this condition is really challenging for me.
Please think carefully before making a final decision. I only want what's best for Darius, so if you want to live with him, you need to accept him. The first thing you need to understand when you marry my son is to take care of Darius's life. I demand that you always listen to Darius. Cooking and cleaning are your duties, and you should not argue with Darius.
I understand that you want what's best for Darius, and I also have great respect for you and him. But I can't agree with you about arranging everything like that. Darius has grown up, and he needs time to develop on his own, not just living under the shadow of the family.
But if he doesn't find a better job, the money he's using, $1,000, won't be enough. We need to worry about our son's future. You need to listen to Darius and ensure his livelihood.
It's true that the money Darius is using isn't sufficient for long-term expenses. And I don't agree that cooking and cleaning are my sole responsibilities. I can't take care of him like this, it's like a slave, not a girlfriend. I also have my own self-esteem. You should not assume that a little of your money is enough and force others to serve your son according to your wishes. He's age of responsibility for me. I don't agree with keeping him sheltered under the family's protection indefinitely. Darius is 24 years old, and I believe he needs to have his own career, rather than just sitting at home and waiting.
What are you saying? Do you know that Darius is running out of time and he will have a career and wealth, not poverty like you, a poor person living in a slum who never knows who they are?
I don't understand why you look down on my family and my origins. We have worked hard to achieve what we have, and I want Darius to get a job instead. He still sit on the chair and don't do anything.
Don't try to play innocent, Gwen. You clearly don't respect my son if you think he should just fend for himself. He's going to inherit our family's wealth, and we'll take care of him.
I've never disrespected Darius, but I don't agree with keeping him sheltered forever. He's 24 years old now, and he needs to build his own career instead of always relying on you. It's important for him to find his own path in life.
How dare you say that? Do you even know anything? Darius is just short on time, but he will have a successful career and be wealthy, unlike you, a poor person living in the slums who doesn't even know who they are.
I come from humble beginnings, and I've worked hard to create a life for myself. I believe in Darius's potential, but he won't discover it if he remains under your constant protection.
You're so fake, trying to put on a fake charm to seduce my son. Do not dream. You think you're so wise, don't you? Well, mark my words, Darius will prove you wrong. He has everything he needs right here, and he doesn't need someone like you meddling in his affairs.
I'm sorry if my words upset you, but I genuinely care about Darius's future.
We'll see about that. I won't let you lead him astray. He will stay here and inherit what's rightfully his. You can't change my mind.
Hey Gwen. I have something to tell you. My mother must have talked to you about us living together, but she said that's impossible. And assume you have absolutely no respect for me and her. She wants me to break up with you because we're not in the same world.
What? Do you completely agree with what your mother said? Are you saying that I don't fit into your family? That's really sad, Darius. I'm surprised to see that you trust your mom so much.
Gwen, please listen to me. My mom always wants what's best for the family. She believes that we are not compatible and have different values.
Different values? Why is that a problem? Isn't that part of the diversity and excitement in a relationship? I don't understand why you would accept such narrow-minded thinking.
I have thought about this very carefully. I don't agree with my mother, but I also don't want us to continue arguing about it. I don't want to hurt anyone.
You truly are a spineless man without convictions. You will never achieve success if you don't know how to resist or hold on to your own opinions. I had hoped that you would stand firm and defend your own decision, but it seems like we are not on the same page.
I apologize if this disappoints you, but I have to follow my mother's words. I don't want to hurt the family and cause unnecessary conflict.
Clearly, you should live with your mother for the rest of your life and expect nothing more. You're a mommy's boy. Go away from me. After breaking up for about 3 years, Darius is still the same, still an unemployed person since graduating from university. As for me, thanks to my constant efforts, I got the position of team leader of a large company in LA. He texted me back after seeing my success and he said that his mother had agreed to let him continue to know me. Of course, that never happened to him.
Hey Taylor. Can we talk?
Sure, what's up?
I wanted to talk to you about something. I don't know how to say this, but I really like you.
LOL. Liam, we've been friends for a while now and I value our friendship. But I don't want anything more than that between us. I've told you so many times too, Liam.
I understand, but I can't help the way I feel about you.
We've been friends for a while now and I value our friendship. But I don't want anything more than that between us.
Oh, come on Taylor, don't you feel anything when we're together? I know I do. I don't think Harold is right for you.
Liam, I'm sorry if I gave you the wrong impression, but I'm with Harold. He's my boyfriend and I love him very much. I have to be honest with you. I know you flirt with a lot of your friends' significant others, and I don't want to be a part of that.
What are you talking about? I don't flirt with everyone.
I've seen the way you act around some of our mutual friends and how you try to get close to their partners. It's not fair to them or to you.
I never meant to make anyone uncomfortable. I just thought it was harmless fun.
Well, it's not harmless if it makes people uncomfortable. And besides, I'm with Harold. You knew that before you even started flirting with me.
Come on, don't you think that just being with Harold will make you bored, and I can make you feel new, right? I guess I just hoped that maybe you would feel the same way.
I'm sorry, Liam. But Harold and I are in love, and I don't want anything to come between us. We can still be friends, though.
Fine. I know I acted pretty scary, and that's not who I want to be.
Apology accepted, Liam. LOL.
Thanks. I just want you to know that I've decided to back off and give you some space. But I still want to hang out with all of our friends, if that's okay.
Of course, Liam. We're all still friends, and we enjoy hanging out together.
Great, because I'm throwing a party next weekend and I would love for you to come.
I don't know, Liam.
Come on, don't be such a party pooper. You need to loosen up a bit. Plus, I heard these girls have amazing bodies.
I'm not interested in going to a place just to ogle women, Liam. It's disrespectful.
What's disrespectful about it? They want attention, and we're just giving it to them. Besides, it's not like we're doing anything wrong.
That's not the point, Liam. It's objectifying and dehumanizing to treat people as mere objects for our own entertainment. And I'm tired of you always trying to pressure me into doing things I don't want to do.
Fine, fine. You're right. I shouldn't have pushed you. But let's at least grab a drink somewhere. My treat.
That's not necessary. And please stop commenting on other people's bodies. It's inappropriate and makes me uncomfortable.
All right. I hear you. Sorry if I offended you. Let's just hang out and catch up, then. How's work been treating you?
I'm not really comfortable with the way you talk about our female friends and objectify them.
What are you talking about? I don't do that.
You make comments about their bodies and ignore their other qualities, like their intelligence or personality. It's not respectful.
Oh, come on. They know I'm just joking around and having fun.
That's not the point, Liam. It's not okay to talk about people that way, even if you think it's harmless. And I don't want to be around it anymore.
Okay, I get it.
I hope you do, Liam. And I also hope that you don't pressure Harold or anyone else to act the same way you do. They should be able to respect women without feeling like they're missing out on something.
LOL. Alright, I get it. But I have a secret about our mutual friend, Harold.
What? What is it? Why would Harold keep secrets from me? We've been together for 2 years.
Well, there are some things that Harold doesn't want you to know. But if you really want to know, I can tell you.
Of course I want to know. What kind of secrets would he keep from me?
I don't think it's my place to say, but let's just say that Harold has done some things in the past that he's not proud of.
What do you mean? What kind of things?
I can't say for sure, Taylor. I don't want to cause any trouble between you and Harold. But if you really want to know, I can tell you more.
Yes, please. I need to know what's going on.
Okay, well, Harold has had some issues with fidelity in the past. I don't know if he's still like that, but it's something that you should be aware of.
What? That can't be true. Harold loves me and he would never cheat on me.
I'm just telling you what I know, Taylor. I don't want you to get hurt. LOL. If you want to talk to Harold about it, that's up to you. Well, I found some old text messages between Harold and me from a few years ago.
What is it? Then, Liam gave the phone to Taylor Reed's text messages. Oh my God! Harold was talking about wanting to be with me but also wanting to pursue another girl because I'm too boring and just fit the role of a wife while this other girl is more exciting.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. But I thought you deserved to know the truth.
I can't believe he would say that about me. I thought we were happy together.
I'm sorry, Taylor. But maybe it's time to reevaluate your relationship with Harold. Do you really want to be with someone who thinks of you that way? Yeah. I know. But it gets worse. They talked about how you weren't as attractive as the other girl but seemed like marriage material, and they even made fun of you for telling me off when we first met.
Wow, that's really rude and disrespectful.
Yeah, and then Harold started going on about how you had a high number of sexual partners, and he didn't usually like used goods, but he still thought it was worth it. It's pretty. LOL. Same me, right?
I can't believe he would say something like that. What else did they talk about?
After a while, the conversation turned into generic relationship stuff. Harold would mention how he couldn't come out because he had plans with you, and I talked about how fine I was.
And then what happened?
Well, Tom sent me a text with Facebook screenshots of a conversation he had with Hebe. Apparently, she's single now and interested in me. I didn't mention anything about being engaged, and she didn't ask either. She talked about the good times they had together and how she should have chosen Hebe becomes a new partner. What are you going to do?
I don't know, Liam. I still love Harold, and I don't want to lose Harold. But there's a part of me that wonders if I made the wrong choice. I love you. I know this is in the past. Maybe there will be some kind of misunderstanding. Maybe I'll forgive him and give him another chance.
Are you all right, Taylor?
Yeah, I probably won't text for a while.
Okay, fine.
6 months later.
Taylor, today is our engagement party. I'm very happy and thrilled that you said yes to my proposal.
I'm also very excited and happy to be getting married to you.
Just a few days left and we will become husband and wife. I hope you can choose a travel destination that you like because I respect your opinion.
Oh. Really? Thank you. I will try to find the best travel destination for us. But I have a question to know about you. Do you have anything hidden from me or any other thoughts?
No, I don't have any other thoughts. I just want everything to go according to plan and everyone to be happy. Please don't worry about anything. I will never deceive you, so please feel free to organize the wedding.
Thank you for showing me your trust and love. Hopefully there won't be anything hidden between us. I hope you understand this.
Taylor. Why do I think like that? Of course I have nothing to hide from you.
It's best to be.
Everything's fine. I just have a lot on my mind, that's all for you.
Okay, if you say so. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Actually, I was thinking we should start planning our next vacation. We've been talking about it for a while now, and I think we should start looking for some good destinations.
Where do you want to go?
I was thinking maybe somewhere with a beach, or maybe a national park where we can go hiking.
Okay, it's up to you. You just need to focus on this trip. 2 days before the wedding. Harold! I need you to explain the messages you sent to Hebe yesterday. I read them on Instagram.
Oh, that was a mistake on my part. I really wanted to send that message to you, but for some reason sent it to Hebe by mistake.
Oh, really? So why did you flirt with her over text and also message Liam to assess whether she's suitable or not while you're about to marry me? Do you consider me a joke to play with? Harold, you don't need to explain or make excuses for your deceitful actions. I read those messages and took screenshots of all of them.
So you know now?
Yes, and I don't need that. I feel disgusted after everything you have done and trying to justify your wrongdoing.
We can solve this situation very simply. Let's pretend we don't know about this story happening and continue with the wedding, okay?
You think I'm an idiot for you to control?
You're overthinking it, Taylor.
That's someone with mistakes someone else would say, right? I just had a feeling that something wasn't right, Harold. And I was right. I found out that you've been texting Hebe behind my back.
Silence.
Well, do you have anything to say for yourself? LOL.
Look, Taylor, I'm sorry. Hebe was just a substitute for you. I didn't mean to hurt you.
A substitute? Harold, I am the person you chose to marry and spend the rest of your life with. How could you do this to me? Am I someone who needs to be replaced by someone else?
I don't know. It's just complicated.
Complicated? There's nothing complicated about cheating on your partner, Harold. I feel sick to my stomach after everything you've done and how you're trying to justify it.
I understand if you need some time to process all of this. But please know that I love you and I will do whatever it takes to make things right between us.
I don't think there's anything left to make right, Harold. You broke my trust and disrespected me in ways that are irreparable. I can't even imagine being in the same room as you, let alone spending the rest of my life with you. Did you take advantage of our trip to go out with Hebe, am I right? After the honeymoon, you'll continue to go with her to other places to have fun together. I've seen everything in the messages, all the texts you exchanged with Hebe or your friends. Didn't you boast about having two choices? If this person is not suitable, there will be someone else to replace them.
Taylor, please. I know I messed up, but can't we work through this together? I promise to never hurt you again.
Is that really how you feel? Do you think I'm crazy or something? After all, we're in a relationship and getting married. This is not over for me. You're no different from your lousy friends. Judging people, saying one place is better, another is good. Never think of a wedding, it's pointless. Just go away. 1 month later. Hi Liam, is there something you want to talk about?
Hey Taylor, what's up?
I just wanted to thank you for showing me the true colors of Harold. I didn't expect you to help me like that.
No problem. I know how it feels when you discover something unusual. So, do you have anything else you want to ask me?
Yeah, there's one thing that I'm curious about. About a month ago, you messaged me and showed me a screenshot of Harold's conversation with Hebe on Instagram. Can you tell me why you did that?
Oh, I remember now. At that time, Hebe was still single and seemed interested in Harold. Harold was also excited about that, and I thought if they could be a good couple, it would be great.
But you knew that Harold has already engaged to someone else, right? I feel like you knew about it but didn't tell me. I just thought that Hebe and Harold could be a good couple, that's all.
Do you think would I do it okay?
I don't know if it's okay with that damn couple, but for me you're right. That's just good enough.
Well, I can't help but think that Harold still loves Hebe.
Really? Why do you say that?
It's just the way he talks about her. Whenever she comes up in conversation, his eyes light up and he gets this big smile on his face. And he always seems to be interested in what she's doing.
I see.
I mean, the way he talks about her is different from the way he talks about anyone else. It's like he has a special connection with her.
That's interesting. But what about the fact that he's engaged to someone else now?
I know, it's complicated. But I can't shake the feeling that he still has feelings for Hebe.
Well, that's amazing. I should have paid more attention, shouldn't I? I don't want to cause any drama or make things awkward between us. I'm fed up.
It's a tough situation.
Yeah. LOL. All right, I understand now. Thank you again.
No problem, always ready to help you when you need it.
I don't know what to do since I feel used, unhappy, and like the previous 2 years have been a lie. I want to split up with Harold, but I'm also still perplexed about Liam and his intentions. My mom had a big dream that she wanted to become a fashion designer or a fashionista. She had been inspired by my grandfather and they worked to help the company become the biggest sewing company ever. My dad died when I was 3 years old and my mother remarried. She'd given birth to twins, so she sent me to grandfather's house. I was raised by my single amazing grandfather who owned the beef business. In growing up, my life was a fairy tale, although I lived apart from my parents, but my grandfather gave a life which is full of love and money. I wore clothes from global designer and have approached to fashion when I was a child. I have food flown in from Europe and an army of servants waiting on me hand and foot. And I went to best private school, the palace. I met Nina, my best friend forever. She joined my school in the 4th grade and we are sitting together in class. When Mrs. Hannah always laughed at my art.
Ha ha ha, Lucy, why do you draw by that way? It looked too silly. There is no dress painted that way.
How can you be sure until you've seen every dress in this world? I designed it my way, so please look up to my creation.
Lucy, you're my student, so you have to hear me and listen to whatever I say. I know your family have tradition of desinging fashion, but that not mean you can break THR rule. Are you understand? Put your potang into TH rubbish bin, or I will expel you out of my class.
How irrational are you? Do you know what is creation? What is art? What is fashion? There is nothing in this world can correct 100%. So you can't force us to do anything in your way.
Don't talk nonsense things, Nina. I will tell your parents about your action.
Don't talk nonsense things, Nina. I will tell your parents about your action. I don't even listen to my parents. Lucy, don't listen to her. Everyone, do you guys think this design is beautiful? Who's support for me?
Then everyone in our class are strongly supported to us and that the way we became best friend. Nina was carried off to the principal and she was fired. Apparently her dad was even richer than mine and the principal wasn't about to piss him off. I thought it was cool of her to stand up for me. And we have been friends ever since.
You are my first friend in this school.
What? You have never had a friend?
Yes, because my world is different from anyone in this school. And I don't think I need a friend.
I'm glad because you are willing to become my friend.
But after a long time being a friend, I realized that she's a kind of bossy. Like we always have to eat where she says or watch the movies she wants. But overall, she's a first-rate bestie. Together we practically ruled the school. Everyone neither wanted to be us or be with us. In my 16th birthday, my grandfather had a special gift for me.
Did you buy me an island or giving me a mall to manage? Or another card? Eiffel Tower?
This is for you, my sweetie. You look the same as your mom when she was 16.
This black card? Oh my God, there is a world can explain my happy now. Thank you so much. I love you.
Did your mom send you any gift?
No, she forgot it. She even doesn't send me a wish.
How bad is she? I can't believe she's my daughter. She changed everything since she has a new family.
It's okay, grandfather. I just need you by my way.
Lucy, I can't let you mother take over my business, so you are the one can do it. It's time for you to understand how things work and how much stuff costs.
I will learn all of this and continue your dream, grandfather. Now I have an appointment with Nina. Would you mind if go?
It's okay, my sweetie.
Hey Nina, it's my birthday and we have to go shopping, baby.
Let's go to a luxury restaurant and celebrate it. Then we ate till we were about to burst. But the next morning was not so pleasant.
How did you spend $50,000 in a day?
Grandfather, please listen to me.
I gave you the card to learn exactly that.
I'll be more careful now, I promise.
I can believe you're unthinkable like that. You don't know how to look up to the money. You know how hard to make money? Our company are going to a mess. I am going to pay a lot of debt because our factory was burnt. We can't provide the customer product with the amount they need. And we got so much complaint. You didn't know anything and then used the money for nonsense thing? I think you are mature enough to think for me and also the company, but I'm wrong.
What? What? What do you say? Is it the truth? Oh. I feel terrible and regret now. I will do anything to help you.
What you can do if you are still a high school student with no degree?
I will sell all my Birkins some dress.
You don't have to do that. Just focus on your study and I will solve everything.
After that conversation, I was so depressed, and one night, I saw my grandfather sitting alone at night with a lot of bill piles up around him. I thought I had to do something to help him. Then I sold all my accessories and also dress.
But the debt is too big and the company is losing its prestige and can't attract any guests. My grandfather got a disease because he's overworking and passed away soon after that.
Nina, what I can do now? My company went bankrupt and then my grandfather passed away.
What a pity. I know you're shocked, but you need to calm down. Tell your mother.
The funeral will be held tomorrow.
I will come, don't be too worried, sweetie. Everything will be okay. After a month, Lucy decided to live alone and find a job to earn money because she hated to see her stepfather.
Nina, I have to find a job. I can't spend money like the past.
You lost all your money, so I can understand what you are doing now. But what qualified to do?
Hoo-hoo, I don't have any degree or experience. I just know how to spend money. Help me, Nina, I don't know what to do. Soon after I will be homeless or I will die because of starvation. This is hopeless. Oh my God, I have an idea. I would become an influencer because I think I have gout and my own style. Right after that, Lucy opened an Instagram account and then she received so many positive comments.
Hey, what do you want to eat, Lucy? I'll order in.
I was thinking of doing a video about eating on a budget. Can you order from somewhere which is not too expensive, please?
I won't eat the bad thing just because of you, Lucy. Ugh. You suck. After we eat, do you want to come to the bar with me?
I think I have to record video for tomorrow.
You can't? If you don't go with me, I will consider you as a stranger, Lucy. Then I come to the bar with Nina and then my fan catched me red-handed. My image was collapsed.
I have to do a job as a waitress at a restaurant.
You're doing stupid thing, Lucy. When all you need to do is just cry harder to your mom. I will go shopping with some of my new friend, but I can't watch you working like a donkey anymore.
Nina.
Then Nina threw cash on my bag and told my mom that I have to go to work as a waitress. I knew I should have said no, but I was too tired of working as waitress. One day I went to a shopping mall alone with the money I have just get. I want to buy a gift for my boyfriend. But I saw an unforgettable sense that made heart dropped. It was my boyfriend in Nina's arm and they were kissing.
What going on here? What are you doing, Nina?
You don't see. I'm kissing your boyfriend.
How dare you kiss my boyfriend?
Oh, what? Have you hit your head somewhere?
What the heck? I've been dating for a week.
I know. I met him when I visited you at your work office. We've been dating since. He told me not to tell anyone.
Oh God, I can't believe that he plays two of us. When he flirted me, he said there was too many girls like him, but he said he was gay to get rid of them. Until he can fix that big lie, we can public with everyone. What a weasel.
Total jerk, but if he had to choose, we know who it would be. It would be me.
Oh, you think it's you? Why's that?
You know, I'm prettier and richer. And definitely more fun. Come on, you'd be so boring without me.
Oh yeah, remember that time I had an Instagram channel with almost 10,000 followers?
Don't live with that imagination. They just follow you because of some reasons. But that's not because you are pretty.
What? How dare you told me that? We've been friends for many years.
So what? Friendship only exists when there is a real event between two people. That time was the time you and I have the same money and also power. You should look back who you are and where you stand. I tried to help you with money and also tell your mom, but you declined it.
You're too bossy. You always decide for me. Everything. I don't need you to throw money for me in the way you throw rubbish. Have you ever asked what I need or what you really want? You need to go to work, then you can realize how hard you have to gone through to make money.
It's not my fault. You're a pushover. You've always had the backbone of a jellyfish. When I had to defend you in art class, 'cause I have feel sorry to you?
Did you feel sorry 'cause I'm a jellyfish? Or I'm ugly? Or I'm poor? Or you just acted like that because it's true you? You always been a spoiled brat.
At least I was there on your birthday, unlike you.
Oh my god, I just missed one birthday in 8th grade. Because I was getting my appendix removed.
I was so annoyed that I tugged at her hair. She pulled hard at mine and we broke out into a huge fight in the middle of the mall. We finally stopped to catch a breath.
You now what? We can be friend anymore.
Why would I want to be friends with you? You've already told me that you think you're better than me.
After that, I and Nina come to a war. We openly declared the end of our friendship in school. And our friends have to choose side. We usually fight in school, then our principal call family to talk. On the way my mom come to my school, she has an accident. When I come to the hospital, Nina come with me.
Hey, Lucy, I came as soon as I heard. I'm so sorry about that.
I'm glad you here. I'm sorry too, for everything.
Me too. I can't believe that stupid thing made us like this. I made I dad tired too.
So can we be friend again?
Of course.
After that, I realize all the mess we have from money, so I focus on study and I try hard to learn about family business. And it's totally okay to go down your own part. I declined all the appointment and just focus on my study. Soon after that I begin to establish my own brand. And that's my story. Please subscribe and like to hear what happened next.
Hey, Chloe. Is everything okay? How did your dad's funeral go? Did everything run smoothly?
Yeah. We just finished. A lot of people came, so I was happy about that. I think Dad would have been happy to see all his friends. But it would have been better if you were able to come. He would have wanted you there.
I'm really sorry, Chloe. I tried my best, but I couldn't get the day off from work. My boss was being so unreasonable. But anyway, there's something that I want to talk to you about. Is now a good time to do that?
Oh, you want to talk?
It's about the house that your dad was living in. Well, now that he's gone. And there's no one that's gonna live there now, right? I think it would be a good idea to sell that house and use that money to buy a new place. We could get a nice big place and live with my parents.
What? You want to sell my dad's house and you want us to live with your parents? I'm not sure how I feel about that, but you can't just decide that on your own.
Chloe, we can't just keep renting. We need to have our own apartment one day. And now is a good time. We should buy a house now while the market is still good.
But we never talked about it before. Like I said, that isn't something that only you got to decide.
But it involves my parents. As their only child, I get to decide what we do for them.
Sure, but I gotta stay in my own house. Besides, you're talking about my dad's house.
Yeah. Both of your parents are dead now. My parents are still alive and I want to spend as much time with them as I can.
Don't you know what you're talking about, Joe? You're talking about selling childhood home here. At the very least, you could have considered moving your parents in there first. Why do we have to sell it and buy a new place? You don't even want to get another house but an apartment. Is that even good for our future?
I said I wanted to live with my parents. Your dad's house is big enough and it's nice, but the location is very inconvenient. It's too far from work. We can buy an apartment closer to the city. And it'll be big enough for my parents to live with us too. Doesn't that sound good? Just wait and see. You'll come around too.
But what about me and what I want?
What's wrong with living with my parents? Like they say, the more the merrier.
God, I'm so disappointed. I didn't think that you would be this self-centered.
What? How dare you? This is all your fault anyway. You're the one that insists on working when I want you to stay home.
What?
My parents have been pestering me about getting a divorce. They don't like the fact that you haven't been taking good care of me.
Really? You mean that women belong in the house and not outside working? What kind of backroad 1950s thinking is that? Your job doesn't pay that well in the first place. There's no way we could survive on your salary alone. I work so that I can support this family. I never said that I quit working after I got married in the first place. No one does that anymore, Joe.
Don't talk back to me. Are you forgetting I'm the one that has the deed for your father's house?
What? How did you get it?
Yeah, I do. It doesn't matter what you say or how much you protest. My word is final. If you keep quiet and just do as I say, then I'll let you live with us. Do you understand? But if not, then you better pack your things and leave right now. I'm not gonna put up with your behavior.
Wait a minute! We need to talk about this.
I see how it is. You've made your choice. I don't want to hear another word from you. I'm gonna buy a high-rise apartment for my parents. And I have already decided on this. Don't you dare get in my way.
There's something wrong with you? You're not the person that I married. I'm sure you didn't really think about this in the long term.
There's nothing to think about. Everything is going to go smoothly and it's going to be great. If you don't like my plan, then you can leave. That's going to be great for me. I can finally be released from being shackled to you. This marriage is a shame.
I see that your true colors are finally showing.
Hey. I need to tell you this. I'm so happy now.
What's wrong, Joe?
I got quite a large sum of money from selling your father's house. It's more than enough for my apartment. My parents are in there now. So if you don't like it, then you can get a divorce and leave us alone.
Okay. I'll file for a divorce today.
Really? What's a nice thing ever?
I'll have all the papers ready soon. But don't weigh me for whatever happens next.
What happens next? Nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna be living my life without you. You're just a loser.
Right. Hey! Aren't you talking more? Joe.
What, Chloe? What are these people and what are they doing in my home?
I have no idea. What do you mean?
They all came here suddenly and demanded that I open the door. You must have something to do with this. You better tell me the truth.
Not me. But to be precise, it's my brother.
Brother? You have 10 brothers?
I said brother, so just one. You've met Peter before. Why are you playing stupid? I don't think you've met his friends though.
What on earth? You are responsible. I don't even care about the details. Just make them go away.
I can't do that. Those people have it in for you. They were planning on living in that house that you sold without our permission.
What?
They lost their home, so they decided to go to you. After all, you did use that money to buy the apartment. It makes sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. What is wrong with your brother? It's so odd because even though they invaded this place, they were all so polite about it. I thought that they would be rude.
What? They aren't being rude?
No, they just made a pot of coffee. And they're just sitting in the living room. I don't have time for any of this. I need to leave, but I can't just let them be here. You need to do something.
Why did you tell me that? You can call the police instead. They're trespassing, aren't they? There's good reason for the police to come.
Well, I can't really.
If you told the police, they'll have the authority to do something about it. You better do it quick if you have to go.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't. Because if you did, you'd have to explain to the police that you stole that deed from me and sold that house without my permission. You'll be the one they arrest for theft.
I'm not a thief. You agreed that I could do it.
I don't remember agreeing with you about anything. Besides, you don't have anything in writing. You stole the deed from the safe that was in the house. You didn't even hire a real estate agent to help you do things legally. You did that without any written consent from me or my father's lawyer.
Well, I thought that no one would notice.
Right, you got the combination to the safe and just took it. My brother was supposed to live in that house. It was left for him, but you stole that from him. So of course you can't call the police. They'll know what you did. They wouldn't even have to investigate that long.
Shut up, Chloe! You're being annoying.
One more thing. You said that you were gonna live there with your parents, but they aren't there. Who's that young woman staying there instead?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't play dumb. Did you forget already my brother's there? He told me about her. Who is that young and beautiful woman? Just tell me. Who's staying with you can't be your mother.
She's the maid. I hired her not long before. You're not here to clean and stuff, so I had to hire someone to do that.
So you're sharing the bedroom with your maid.
I'm not that stupid.
You've been cheating on me. I thought you couldn't get any lower, but here you are at rock bottom.
No, I haven't been cheating. This isn't fair.
Since when do you care about playing fair? You want a divorce because you want to be with her? That's why you kept on pushing for one. That was your plan all along. On top of all that, you used your parents as an excuse. Not only are you a cheater, but you're also spineless. How did I not see it?
Wait! You've got it all wrong.
Oh. Care to explain then? How I get it wrong? Which part of what I said is wrong? You bought that apartment to impress her, right? You thought that she wouldn't be able to refuse your proposal if it came with a high-rise apartment.
What? How did you know that?
Your girlfriend told Peter everything. She wasn't shy about hiding it. Did you think that she wouldn't get back to me somehow? And apparently she's an escort? Is that how you met her? You thought that you'd be able to impress her if you got her a high-rise apartment?
No. Not really.
Then tell me.
Well, you're actually right, but please, this is getting embarrassing. Please forgive me.
Out of all the things that you've done, cheating on me with an escort isn't the worst. I will forgive you, but only on one condition.
What?
You need to give Peter that apartment.
No way, I can't do that.
Fine, then I'll go to the police about this. And I'll tell your company too.
No, you can't do that. We can settle this some other way, but I can't give away the apartment. If I do that, I won't be able to afford alimony or any divorce settlement. You understand that, right?
I definitely know that you can't afford to pay anything. Your salary is way too low. Even with my father's house as down payment, the monthly mortgage for the condo will eat up most of your paycheck. You make even less than I do, and that's what you can't stand, right? Even though my income was what helped you sustain a reasonably good lifestyle, you couldn't stand the fact that a woman made more than you. You're just a small man.
Fine, I admit it. It was my fault. I acted on my impulses. Please, I'm desperate here. I can't give up my house. I'll have nowhere to go.
I'm sure you'll be able to find a closet or a couch somewhere.
I just moved, Chloe. I can't afford to do that all over again. I don't have money for security deposits and all that now. I bought her so many things. I'm up to my eyeballs in credit card bills. I don't have any money.
I know why you're telling me all this. What's your point?
Let's start over, Chloe. Let's pretend that this never happened and start again. We'll cancel the divorce. Everything was my fault. And I'm sorry, but we can still get back together. It'll be great.
You must have hit your head somewhere. That is the dumbest idea I've ever heard. I don't ever want to get back together with you. You and that escort of yours need to get out and find some other place to live.
If she finds out the truth, she'll leave me for sure. She thinks that I'm single. That was what I told her.
How lucky for you that she believed you without any doubts.
I can see that this is going nowhere.
That's right. The only one going anywhere is you and your girlfriend getting out of that house. And by the way, I told your parents everything you've been up to already. So that you don't have to.
What?
Your mom and dad are very unhappy with you. They were so surprised to find out that they had co-signed on the lease. They could be charged with accessory if we press charges. They're also very disappointed that you cheated on me with some escort and bought a house that was beyond your means. You can't seem to stop making such stupid choices. They're ashamed to have you as their son.
You cornered me, Chloe. I can't even go to my parents for help now. God! What am I supposed to do now? I can't go anywhere.
That sounds like a you problem. It has nothing to do with me. The only thing I want you to do is get out of that house as soon as possible.
Wait! You need to give me more time. I need to think about this.
No. You don't have any time left. Just get out. If you don't, I'm gonna start telling everyone else. And there's going to be real consequences to pay if you lose that job. Then you really won't have anything left.
Okay. I'll leave. Just please don't tell my company about this.
I won't as long as you move out of there.
You should keep your word. Chloe!
Don't say anything. Hurry up. After that, Joe moved out of the apartment. Then he stayed in a motel for a while but soon ran out of money. The court recognized that our marriage ended because he cheated on me. So he was ordered to pay a little extra in alimony. Of course, I wasn't gonna let him off that easily. I sent an email to his boss. The company normally didn't want to get involved in scandals. Joe was fired not long after that. So now I can start a new life with no attachments with what happened in the past.